and Freak Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready? I ain't gon' let it get to me, I'm just gon' creep. Down in Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head, cause I have no fear. This probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery. Ask him a question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkin in the alley. Didn't seem happy, but they sure tried to get me. Had to back them up with a fist metal crackle. I'm hearing someone saying, you a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind, cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall. And then I started to fly, I went in deeper. Let it get to me, I'm just gon' creep. Down Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I gotta hold my head, I have no fear. It probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. A ghost try to approach me, he got leery. Get to me, I'm just gon' creep. Down in Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head, cause I have no fear. This probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery.
Asked him a question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through alleys, crying pumpkin in the alley. Didn't seem happy, but they sure tried to get me. Had to back him up with the fist metal crackle. Hear me someone saying, you a chicken, don't be scared. I gotta build a wind, cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall. And then I started to fly, went in deeper. Let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep. Down to Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I don't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I gotta hold my head, I have no fear. It's probably some crazy, a graveyard theory. A ghost tried to approach me and got leery.
Spooky up in here.
It's fucking crazy in here. That's true. Nothing fucking gets to me.
Step up to the plate and meet your match. It ain't no thing.
It ain't no thing. Alright. Fucking hell. We're gonna be fighting fucking Fuckerstein tonight. In, Castlevania. Not even Castlevania. Rondo. Oh my god, no. It looks like Castlevania, but it was made by Bandai. What's up, Zig? I see you down there. You're not in here. Frankenstein trademark. I didn't even know Frankenstein was a thing you can trademark. Or was trademarked anyway. Like, that shit's like... Ain't that shit in fucking... It's gotta be like public domain, no. Alright, let's go. Oh boy. I believe it is in the public domain, exactly. Oh, let's see if it fits. Oh shit. It's Vapor Skull. How you doing?
I woke up like 30 minutes ago.
30 minutes ago.
So, 5:30 p.m.
The sleeping villagers
The sleeping me.
think they are living in peace, but all too soon they will learn the terrible truth. Frankenstein has risen from the grave.
I love when games have the slowest text of all time.
The villagers.
I especially love when a game has the slowest text of all time, and it's like, in the main game, you can't speed it.
As the resurrected Frankenstein
Technically, he's the monster.
lays waste to the neighboring village. He does this smile. Help me!
Help! Help!
Oh my god.
The house is on fire!
Oh, mother.
I will take this girl for my own. Ha ha ha.
Every redder.
Help me! Frankenstein! Oh wait. Frankenstein has taken our beloved Emily.
It's a shame.
What a shame.
He was quite rude.
Wait, you punch shit in this? I thought you had a sword or something.
Is it like Castlevania where you get one for breaking shit?
I remember the AVGN playing this and he had a sword. Also that girl looked way too fucking young. What the fuck are you?
Is that's just an ogre.
Oh, now I...
Frankenstein! I'm gonna tell you to get the fuck out of the swamp.
Get out of my swamp, Frankenstein!
Ah. So you just lose... So it's like a mixture of freaking Castlevania, Nosferatu, and Frankenstein here, because, like... I mean, Castlevania and Nosferatu and Mario Bros. Because if you take a hit, you lose all your shit. Which once again, he didn't cover in the review.
I feel like the Frankenstein episode, even though it was back in the days where it was just him doing it himself and Mike, whatever, I feel like that one was kind of rushed.
A little
A
bit.
weird rushed feeling to it. Was it the same year he did the Dracula one, or was that different year?
That
I think
was...
that might have been the same year.
Yeah, he did Dracula and Frankenstein, and like a year later he did like the entire Castlevania not even the entire retrospective of Castlevania.
Yeah.
He barely talked about like the DS games because he said like Symphony of the Night wasn't as good because it only takes place in the castle or some shit. Like you know, not to fault the man on his opinions, but like has he like his complaints that all the like games after like the first and like third don't take place outside the castle. Like he's got to try out like frickin' whatchamacallit. Well, so he said don't go in the buildings.
You haven't lived till you played Castlevania 64.
They fixed all the problems with 64 in Legacy of Darkness, believe it or not, so... It's ironic, once again, he skips out on the good one, thinking, oh yeah, like...
Again, it's probably like... Yeah...
What's the other bad 64 game? Oh, Mega Man 64.
Which was just Mega Man Legends, but, you know...
Yeah.
Oh, fucking...
Wasn't Legends on PS1?
Yeah.
Yep, it was.
Yeah, okay. 'Cause that's the one with
And it was
Tron
apparently better.
on. Yeah. 'Cause that one has cutscenes and shit.
Yeah.
Ow, you
I didn't even know Tron.
Is this gonna be the
was
merman
Mega
fight?
Man. There's so many characters in Capcom games that I didn't know what they were from, only because I played Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Just like, whoop.
This game is kinda okay.
Oh yeah. So,
What's up?
I'm doing pretty good today and whatnot. You know, work was pretty. Aside from, like, you know, coding shit and whatnot, it was kind of uneventful. Though my coworker did show me some stuff that he'd like 3D printed and whatnot.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he made like he made some Nightmare Before Christmas shit and whatnot.
Ooh. That's even better.
Yeah. And he also made some Hellraiser like busts and everything like that.
We have
you know
such
what I mean?
things to show you.
We have such. Yeah, he did Pinhead and he also did Frank Cotton.
Ha ha ha. I don't know where you are from, boy. But if you want the treasure chest, you must
Treasure?
defeat me.
Okay.
Alright.
You fight a dragon that looks like Barba from Zelda 2. Okay, wait a minute. On a badass scale, this guy beats out Link. Link needs to kill a dragon with swords. He has been. That wasn't that bad at all.
Yeah.
My dad always wanted a 3D printer, and then we looked at the price, and it was like
Yeah.
$5,000 for one. I mean, they're better now than they were when they first came out, but still, he was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Even has a YouTube channel, my coworker and whatnot, but I have no idea what it is off the top of my head.
Neat.
Yeah.
Everybody really liked that big fan drawing I did.
Yeah. Yeah, again, it's actually pretty good.
Beat it. Shuffle.
Tag my artist friend in it because he likes Big Band.
Nice.
Drawn before. You son of a bitch.
Big Ben. It wasn't just that, because somebody else found my whatchamacallit, the drawing I did of Avery and you know, the rest of Peacock's crew, and they all like enjoyed that shit too.
It's cool.
I had an okay day at work. I listened to last podcast on the left about L. Ron Hubbard, which is what I drew that picture to.
Yeah, that's a weird episode.
Yeah.
That's the Scientology dude, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah.
Young lad.
It's hilarious how L. Ron Hubbard, his legacy is just, I need more money, what can I do now?
Start a religion.
Listen to my desperate plea. And he told all sorts of lies about his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like a multi-part series, I think it was, but...
Frankenstein has destroyed our village and taken my beautiful Emily. Please find him and bring her back.
Good Grandpa Joe story.
Here, take this potion.
You son of a
What?
bitch.
What? Me? What? Why are you on this quest? You went on this quest to save your freaking... your underage girlfriend, dude. Now, why the fuck?
Your character got memory loss.
You are our only hope. Good luck. Like, this guy went on this quest to save his, like, girlfriend. You've acquired more life. I gotta use it right away.
If there's a last podcast episode you should listen to,
It's the Reaper!
I like the one about Billy the Kid.
That one's good too, yeah.
I was listening to the one about like to L. Ron Hubbard. I listened to the Bell Witch one. The creepypasta one wasn't that good.
No, they try to make the creepypasta ones not that good. There's like a bunch of them. There's like 7 or 8 creepypasta ones. What is the one? Aleister Crowley, that one's really good.
Is that H.H. Holmes? Also, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Aleister Crowley is a Satanist guy that was from like the early 20s.
Yeah, he was the occult dude. Mr. Crowley?
Yeah.
What? Down in your head?
What's this? I've been waiting for a worthy opponent.
Bowser.
All these years only to face a mere mortal. I am the great demon horse. You'd better run. I found out like today that you always have to redo your fucking Twitch tags, and I hate it.
I do not.
What?
I do not. At least on OBS it saves them for me.
Yeah, I can't really do it on OBS because it's like, you don't have this or something. You can't make your own custom ones.
I think maybe it's just like the
It might just be like a no customization for you. Like I told you about like what happened with like Twitter on occasion where like I changed my color of my background and shit and they'd be like, yeah, I like this. But then like every time like something resets, it's like, well, I gotta do it again and I don't feel like doing it again. So Twitter wanted the custom. I really don't like how they took away customization for everything. No, not again. No.
You want to see some weird shit that just happened this morning as I woke up? And by this morning I mean tonight. As I woke up, went on YouTube. What the fuck happened?
What do you mean?
Oh yeah,
the entire UI has changed. So everything's round and smooth and.
Oh yeah! I noticed it when I was setting up the freaking playlist.
It looks like fucking how it looks on the 360 or something, or when I pull it up on my Xbox.
They really want everything to look the same on every platform, don't they?
It's funny because an update came out for Xbox probably while I was asleep, and it did the same thing. And everything's smooth again, and I'm like, except here's the thing with Xbox. Remember back in the 360, they changed the home menu 3 times maybe.
Yeah.
On the Xbox One, the home menu has changed at least 15 times. They can't find a good medium that they're happy with, and I'm just like, there was one that was like perfect, and it reminded me of the 360 before the Xbox One.
Can't we just have like the Nintendo Switch home menu on everything, or at least like maybe the Wii or something, the Wii menu?
I like the Wii.
Where everything is like right there. There's nice music. Let me just say this though. I told you I like watched a video like a few nights ago where it's like what happened to the Mii's and everything, right?
Oh yeah, wasn't this like some sort of like weird pretentious sort of shit?
Not even like weird, like no, it was just like this guy was like ranting about like you know.
The Mii's are even though the Mii's are still in every fucking game.
No, but it basically turned into let's complain about Nintendo for 30 minutes, and then complain about like
Well, that's what I meant like by some weird pretentious shit.
Yeah, like he was like, oh man, like why can't Nintendo just like cater to gamers? And then when they finally do cater to gamers, he's complaining about it. It's like, I don't like pistachio. Why didn't you ask for pistachio?
Yeah.
So
the Xbox avatars still exist, but nobody uses them at all, so everyone's like, why are they still fucking here?
What's the term, what's it, Nintendo, what was that term where they, like, derangement syndrome or whatever? Nintendo derangement syndrome. where it's like nobody cares when like say a big corporation like Disney like does stupid and like bad shit all the time, right? But when Nintendo does something like very just meh,
minuscule on the scale,
it becomes like it becomes
the all end all.
Nintendo must die.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Nintendo must die.
I've never liked the trend of, I heard this game is bad, or the company behind it is bad, or whatever, so I'm just gonna immediately take what Twitter says and never give this game a chance. It's like, okay.
It's why I don't like why people compare like Disney and Nintendo, because like the only thing they have in common really now are, like I said, they have like recognizable-ish characters and fucking, recognizable characters, and at least in like both case, at least somewhat in Nintendo's case, they both have theme parks now, right?
Yeah, like, well, an example would be like, I don't know, Overwatch 2 right now. Yeah. Like, no, I don't think Blizzard is a good company because, especially after the shit that they attempted to get away with within the past year or two or whatever. But I like the game. Like, Overwatch is fun. Yeah. When you're not going against sweaty tryhards. But, which is pretty much almost, actually now that Overwatch 2 is free to play, it's a lot more casual people than sweaties. And it's like, oh, okay, this is better.
That's fair.
Okay.
But
I still have no intention of playing Overwatch 2 and whatnot.
That's fine. And it's just like, but it's just like these people being like,
to install battle.net.
Blizzard's behind it, so I don't want to play it. It's like, but it's free, and you have to pay for the skins. Yes, that does suck ass. I wish they had the loot boxes again.
You want loot boxes again?
Well, you don't have to buy them.
As soon as you say I want the loot box again, then the derangement syndrome comes back. You want the loot boxes again?
No, this is what fucking makes me mad. For the past 6 to 7 years, all these fucking, gamers and whatnot on YouTube.
Gamers TM.
It's your loot boxes are gambling addiction. And then Overwatch goes, alright, we'll take them out. Here's your season pass. Where are the loot boxes? It's like,
I don't like,
shit. Yeah.
I don't, too much macaroni. More
This is why I always defended the loot boxes in games, because it was like, just don't fucking buy it. You don't. There's no sign that says, "Please buy this loot box, you bitch." And like I get it. Some games it was like mandatory to buy them, like Call of Duty, because it was like, "Oh, if you open this."
Yeah, wasn't there a South Park episode about that?
I think so.
I love
the whole freemium episode. And shit.
I love when I'm kind of not like cool with South Park right now, but I'm like like where it's like, oh, you can't stop playing the game until you buy a loot box or like buy coins or something.
Like Overwatch, it was like only cosmetic shit. There was never any game-changing shit. And then you have, games that ruined loot boxes, like Call of Duty, that were like, what if we put this gun that can kill an entire team in 3 seconds in this box, and so that the guy who has mom's credit card can buy 100 boxes and hopefully get it.
Or
like,
or
what?
Halo, where like you get the cards and then like you could just save them up for like a match, and then you can just unload like all of these like unique weapons and vehicles and just crush everybody.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then like what fucking 343 was like, I'll be honest with you, right? Like 343 are not the people that should be making Halo, but like, but like straight up, like, I feel not that there is like when like I don't want to say when the derangement syndrome is justified, when it's like when the complaints are justified. There's a difference between like that and like derangement syndrome, where like fucking video like X company derangement syndrome happens and it's like Bethesda derangement syndrome's another one, and it's mainly like Fallout people, and it's really fun. That one like annoys me because it's like
it annoys me too, because I like all the Bethesda games. I know they're glitchy and stupid, but I like it.
No, I have a problem. I have a problem with like Fallout 4 and stuff like, and Fallout 4 New Vegas, but like I you know what I mean. I have legitimate criticisms. I don't complain about like shit like it's not like New Vegas, because I don't have because here's my thing. I don't have a New Vegas bias. I have a Fallout 3 bias because I do have a bias. It's Fallout 3.
Yeah.
And even then, the bias is somewhat justified because, to be honest here, Fallout 3 was honestly like the best 3D Fallout game, just in terms of exploration alone, which is what the series really should have continued trying to go for, rather than
an actual story. But
Not
you know,
even-
there's people out there that are like, we need story. You have people like my pretentious friend. You need story game. No, you don't.
You did like I'm a firm believer in that, which Fallout 3 had a decent story about, you know, trying to bring water to the wasteland. But like the thing is though is that there's the narrative around that is supplemented by the world itself, where it feels destroyed. In like Fallout 4, it feels like I left the frickin' vault like 2 weeks after it closed, like nothing changed, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
With
then like New Vegas, where it's like, well, nothing got hit, so it's like, well, it's just large stretches of desert with nothing in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. With the loot box stuff again, like if you have games like Rainbow Six Siege where it's like, yeah, we'll put a season pass in our game, but also we'll keep their version card packs, which are like just loot boxes you get just only cosmetic shit.
Yeah.
So they have both at the same time, so you can still get cosmetic stuff. It's just if you really want the stuff for the season, then you can buy the season pass.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's just a nice balance. And then when they have an event, then there's event packs, and you can just play game modes and unlock those. But
And I don't really play a lot of like multiplayer games because, well, the only one I play really is TF2.
TF2, yeah. But here's the thing with like me in multiplayer games. If I don't know why, I have an extreme fixation on when multiplayer games have like massive amounts of customization, and especially when it's like you can just earn this in game by playing. And I'm like, like if you showed me a game like, I don't know, like a game I have no interest in right now, but it's coming out soon, like Modern Warfare 2. Like, I used to love Call of Duty, but now I'm just like, I fucking can't play this shit anymore. If Modern Warfare 2 was to be like, yeah, it's just the same game, but you get a cool hat for your guy, and I'm like, alright, you know what, you got me now. I like
Welcome
hats.
to TF2, the hat-based economy is
Yeah, exactly. Like Infinite Warfare, I remember me and my friends when Infinite Warfare came out, we were just like, this is like one of the worst Call of Duties of all time, we are not playing this. And then, like, a month into the game, they were, they fucked something up with the loot box system, and they were like, alright, well, we were gonna plan to release all of the, in-game, like, skins and loot box stuff that you could get over time, but we fucked up, so you guys can have it all at once. That's not an event, you know, event-related, like Halloween or whatever. So the gun camos that you could unlock in the boxes in that game went from, I think it was like 60 to like 250 in one night, and I was like, holy shit! And I have been on the grind for the past 8 years to try and get every gun skin in that game. Why? I don't know.
It just looks
funny.
nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's cool. Some of them move, some of them don't. I don't even, nobody fucking plays Infinite Warfare anymore, but I want all the fucking camos.
I have to say this too, like, when, like, the best part about, like, just not caring about, like, what you look like, it's very well, like, feasible in, like, a stylized game like TF2, I think, rather than, say, like, COD, where, you know, like, oh, you gotta look cool or whatever the fuck. You gotta get the best looking thing.
Which also was a thing, the COD community, they were like, I thought this was supposed to be like World War II. Why the fuck can my guy have a bright purple gun? It's like,
who gives a fuck?
Who fucking cares? I remember
No, it's because they complain about the girls in the game or whatever the frick, right? Like
that too,
female
yeah.
characters.
But
it's like, it don't like. Like first, like, no, it's the most first world problems bullshit ever.
I just remember I used to watch this one COD YouTuber a long time ago, and there was Call of Duty World War II coming out, and there was a pre-order bonus that was like, pre-order this and get the something rainbow skin or whatever. And he was like, they told us that they were gonna have era-accurate gun skins and customizations. What the fuck is this? And he like went on this huge rant. It's like, dude, it's a fucking fictional World War II game. Who gives a shit? And just like that.
It's like, can we
everyone stopped giving a shit
can we
because they were like,
actually criticize World War II, like Call of Duty World War II, for other stupid shit that it did? Like,
yeah,
the
like
campaign.
The campaign was one of the worst Call of Duty campaigns I've ever played in my entire life.
How about that ending though, where like they find out that the Nazis are killing like Jews? They're after Jews, and then it just like ends. Why can't we have fucking Victor Reznov and be like, you know, like not and like understand that the Nazis are evil.
Here's why you couldn't have Victor Reznov at this time period. Because Reznov technically belonged to Treyarch Studios because he was a Black Ops character.
Yeah, right, I forgot they sentenced like 75 game studios of the Call of Duty mines.
But now that Activision is run by Microsoft, or soon to be run by Microsoft or whatever, all the Call of Duties, they did like a fucking Marvel Thanos snap, literally almost, where they're just like, all right, all these fucking Call of Duty games now they are always have been in the same universe, which doesn't make any fucking sense now, because it's like, how did you have like, so World War II was Treyarch Studios, and Vietnam was as well, and then like the Modern War you have is the people that did like the old school Modern Warfare 2 and stuff. What the fuck?
If I'm honest,
like,
I don't. If I'm honest, I don't like COD, but I don't hate it with like a passion.
Yeah,
because
like they tried to expand on it more because in Call of Duty, what was it, Black Ops Cold War, there's a part where you're like trying to sneak into some Russian government shit, like the Kremlin or whatever, and there's a character there that gets in the elevator with you and like starts questioning you and is like suspicious of you, and I was like, that was fucking unnecessary because he never shows up ever again in the game.
They're trying to make it like freaking. They're trying to make it like Wolfenstein, where
I had to Google it because I was like, what was the fucking point of that? And it was because, oh, that's a character that's in Modern Warfare 2 or COD 4 later on in the future, and I'm like, why? What the fuck? Who cares? Just so they could be like, see, now they're in the same universe. See, it's just like, what?
They're like, what's his name?
Oh,
They're like, what's his name? Farquaad. I'm the king. See, it's the crown on his head. No, but like I don't hate Call of Duty with a passion like I used to. Because here's the thing, right? Like when every game is like Doom, like classic Doom, then it sucks. Oh, there's passwords to continue? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
How do I go back?
Here, Mary, do you want me to find you a, password and whatnot?
Sure. That's literally the first boss anyway. That's right, we're gonna cheat. Nah, but like not every game. But even then, like there still needs to be a COD to just be like, well, this is the shitty shooter, but here's like the really good ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can't even do that anymore because now all the shooters suck, and we need like things like, I don't know, fucking.
Do it like Doom
like,
Eternal tried to do something. I don't like it.
I just meant like multiplayer, not like campaign.
Oh.
Like Battlefield, I can't even. No.
If I'm honest,
I'm not touching that series
it always
ever.
kind of fucks up with the second game.
You see, I think you'd be better off playing something more, not fast-paced and mind-boggling.
And then you have people like fucking, people like, Under the Mayo jackasses that want to change, somebody else's game because they didn't like it.
Oh, yeah.
It's the equivalent of I fixed your art.
Ah, yes. The equivalent of I fixed your art.
But with like a video, it's like the.
Oh, is that like the dude who had the Spider-Man mod that was removed from Nexus mods?
Who under the mayo?
No, there was some jerk off that like on Nexus mods for the Insomniac Spider-Man game when it came to PC. He released a mod that was like the description was like, "I fixed the game," and it removed all pride flags from New York City.
Oh my fucking god.
No.
That is,
No,
So people started adding more mods that like added trans flags or the Ukrainian flag and like all this other shit, and then that guy got banned off Nexus mods.
Alright, what happened in, because, right, what happened in fucking, whatchamacallit was, Under the Mayo is a YouTuber, right? He's this very, like, pretentious prick. The best way I can put it.
Yeah.
And, he was playing Ultra Kill, right? And he's like,
oh, Jesus, this guy.
He's got this, like, weird thing where it's like, oh, every game has to be, like, Doom Eternal. Because it's God's gift to mankind or whatever. And if you disagree with him, it's a quote-unquote skill issue to him.
I like Doom Eternal, but there was some parts where it's like, even for what did I play it on? Ultra Violence, because that's what I play all of the best games on. Are like, or id Software, whatever.
I just play on normal, and I had trouble playing it on normal, where I'm like, this is kind of bushy.
I like, even for Ultra Violence, like 2016, I could do Ultra Violence just fine. There was a couple of hard areas, but overall it was like,
and they complain that 2016 is too easy, and I'm like, yeah, it's easy because you have everything at your disposal to help you. It lets you creatively figure out how to do stuff.
Just like a lot of the enemies that they added to Eternal was just like, how would you like to get stuck on one guy for 5 minutes, Marauders? And it's just like, okay, you're throwing an enemy at me that requires 200% concentration while I'm surrounded by 50 other enemies. I cannot.
This guy looks like he's from DBZ.
In a 2x2 room, like, this is not possible for me.
Goes there.
Speaking of
human. What happened to you? I, the Great Blade Master, have been mortally wounded in battle with the Demon Horse.
I'll repeat that sentence.
Are you also pursuing Frankenstein? If that's your mission, I'll give you this secret potion. It should help.
I mean, are we talking about Frankenstein's monster, or are we talking about Dr. Frankenstein? Oh, okay.
No, it's just Frankenstein.
It was Frankenstein.
Have you faced the evil he-monster and she-monster of the trees? And then the AVGN, I know, complained about this, even though I just fought the he-monster of the trees before this.
The high elves.
This game is not that bad, is the funny part. Just in comparison to, like, other shit.
Also, random thing I just thought of, like, the whole Twitter, I don't want to play this game because insert person here is behind it. There's a game coming out in December that I'm going to stream, and I know a lot of people are like, the game looks fucking terrible.
What game is it?
Is High on Life.
Oh, I don't know what that. Oh, are you
Justin
talking about the?
shooter.
Oh yeah, that weird ass Justin Roiland game.
I think I know that, like, the humor in it is very his kind of humor.
High on Life.
But I don't know. I think it looks kind of fun.
Justin
Roiland.
Roiland does not equate to Rick and Morty. Is the
yeah?
I mean, like, dude, sure, like, you got the same guy who voices, Rick and Morty voicing the gun, but, like...
But it's not, remember, he doesn't write for Rick and Morty. Like,
I know. No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, sure, you may have the guy who voices Rick and Morty voicing the gun. Who cares?
Cause, like...
Who cares? Just play the game.
Just have a good time.
Yeah, exactly. Just play the game. Have a good time. Unleash your inner murder child.
Like,
The humor kind of fucking wore off on me and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the screechy style.
Yeah, which is like, oh, look, oh my god, oh no, don't shoot that sort of like.
Because it's improv. It's all improv, basically.
I know it's all improv.
Not rather. No, but that's not me defending it. I'm just saying it's improv, and that's like
that too. But I know that, and it's all. But it's just like. Oh, I'm dead now. You could after you shoot the kid and whatnot. That kind of like was just like. Can't we just not have like this fucking? Because I feel like it's sort of like the same like wink, nudge, sort of thing that every fucking like Marvel movie under the sun and all that sort of shit like had and whatnot.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm not defending the improv because of. I'm not defending the improv at all. The problem is the improv is like all the same.
It's no, it gets stale after a while.
But when you're somebody like me who has like the fucking like what am I trying to think of the words? Humor of like a fucking 10-year-old. Anything is funny to me. I can recognize when shit's just like too much, and it's like, okay, all right, yeah, please.
No, like I get it too. Like there's a lot of stuff that like makes me like just fall on the floor and laugh and whatnot too and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we always talk about poo poo pee pee here, and like that fucking makes us all like have a shit fit. yeah, pretty much, right?
Well-structured joke, wheeze.
Well-structured jokes right here, just like, haha, diarrhea, fart, pee pee.
I remember when what was it? Vinny's friend Jabroni Mike was first like talking to more and more streamers. He was like, so what is this about Joel? And he was like asking about chat about Joel, and chat was explaining like, oh, he makes pee pee poo poo jokes and says stupid meme shit. And he's like, and Mike's just like, what? He's just like, he said something about humor or whatever. And I go, Mike, it won't matter. Joel, I put in chat, I go, Mike, it won't matter. Joel destroyed my sense of humor years ago. And he read it and he started laughing. He was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of like, Joel and all that stuff. I was playing Sims 4 earlier before the stream and whatnot, right, Merrick? There were at least 2 fucking serial killers that came into the fucking Ziegler household and shit. One of them was Dante. You know, the seductress lady who's like, hey, you wanna go on a date and whatnot?
Oh yeah.
So I made like Axel go on a date with her and it didn't go as well and shit. But she wasn't the one who murdered anybody. No. Anakin Skywalker showed up.
At the
he
date!
almost burned the house down.
Are you ready, kid?
Again?
Not the young one.
Again, Anakin Skywalker shows up.
Yeah, so he starts a house like in the bedroom where fucking Johnny and I sleep, right? But we all get out and whatnot, and we try to extinguish the fire, and also the fire department can't do shit to like fucking extinguish a fire for their goddamn lives. They're the most incompetent motherfucking firefighters I've ever seen.
They just stand there and watch the house burn.
The Sims firefighters are fucking something else.
Yet the clown capture patrol comes in and they do their job.
Yeah, so 2 people actually died and whatnot. Actually, wait, no, I think it was 3, because I think the piss doctor was also there too and got fucking like,
Piss doctor?
The university professor looking dude and shit.
Oh.
Dr. Piss.
So nobody at the Ziegler house died. It's just like random people died.
No, 2 people died and what? Well, someone did die at the Ziegler household, but I didn't save the game, so all that shit is not
all the retcons.
Are you still gonna do the Skeletuber house at some point?
Yeah, I'll still do the Skeletuber house. The only thing is that the skeleton body outfit, you can't like put any other like fucking like clothes on it.
You can really do like glasses and like hats and stuff.
Yeah, so if I really was going to do it and whatnot, I'll try to find something to like, actually put like clothes on the people and whatnot and actually like make it like as your actual fucking like, like personas and shit,
guy.
your VTubers and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because imagine trying to do it with like 50 fucking like hats and. Well, that ain't happening.
Yeah. So how have you been, Johnny?
I'm doing a lot better.
That's good.
Have
Doing a lot better. Can't complain.
Have you faced off against the evil he monster and she monster of the trees, Eugene?
Oh, get this. Get the Halloween event for Deep Rock Galactic, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say that they know what they're doing in terms of Spooky Month. Also, yeah. A new event's gonna be a new season's gonna be dropping soon, and
cool.
it's gonna be. How do I put this? Shit's gonna get flipped on its head.
Yeah.
Don't want to get too into detail. Don't want to talk too much about that.
But yeah, no, I get you.
Don't want to spoil anything for you. All you need to know is that
Then
it's gonna be
Eugene will
insane.
be talking about DRG for like 20 minutes.
I've never played that game.
Oh, it's pretty fun.
It's good.
I think people play it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's a
Best
multiplayer
way to
shooter that, you know, co-op multiplayer shooter where that won't make you want to like rip your that won't make you want to tear your eyeballs out.
the best way to
like
describe it
space
is,
Minecraft. Kind
dude, it's all right. So it's like Minecraft. Okay, the best way to describe it is Powerpuff Girls.
It's,
Minecraft.
You play as a dwarf.
Aliens.
Think
and Left 4
Dwarf
Dead.
Fortress,
These
but in space in the
Hold on.
future and with guns and bugs.
I'm doing a bit. I'm doing a bit here.
Well, your bit stinks!
It's barely like Minecraft though. Like you don't place
shit.
blocks. You only get to play stuff if you play as like the dude, like the whatchamacallit, and even then, it's not even like Minecraft. It's more like what's that game? Prey with the glue gun or whatever.
As I was saying, Minecraft, aliens, and Left 4 Dead. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect first-person shooter. But Ghost Ship Games added an extra ingredient to the concoction. Drunken dwarves.
I should. Thank you, boy. What do you mean? The forest was at peace until the mysterious force took control and turned it into an evil and terrible place. You have freed me. Wait, you must be talking about Frankenstein. So I killed his wife and what the fuck?
I have no idea.
Wife was in there.
He probably, like, they probably were, like, cursed, placed under some curse and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You're a curse.
oh, a tree in Fallout. Please kill me.
Hey Lois, I'm a tree.
Yo,
What's up?
want to know something terrifying?
Sure.
Your art will never be
Somebody actually cosplayed as Peter Griffin Thanos.
based.
Oh, cool.
Hey Lois, remember the time I got all the Infinity Stones and I killed everybody in the Marvel Universe?
Yeah, that was Thanos. You didn't do that shit, you fucking liar.
That better not be your mother.
Hey Lois. All things are perfectly balanced as they should be.
Have you ever seen that?
stabilized half the planet!
Have you ever seen that video? It's like an animation, and it's like, "Hey Lois, I'm sad," or like all this different
Oh
shit.
shit, Medusa.
And then Lois's mom calls her, and Peter's all of a sudden just like, "That better not be your mother," and just like holds up a fist to Lois. It seems today that all you see is violence.
All you see is violence.
Oh.
The fucking war flashbacks. Speaking of that, we talked about it on stream, I think, when we were watching, or no, we weren't on stream. Were we? I remember Eugene being there, so I don't know. It could be on stream, it could be off stream, but the new episode of fucking the new episode of Hell of a Boss. my favorite scene is like how great they show freaking Luna's backstory, but goddamn, I did not expect it to be in the form of what is essentially a flashback. For Blitz.
Yeah, no, they fucking they decided to kick it between the legs with that one.
Speaking of internet cartoons, what the fuck happened to what's it called? Long Gone Gulch?
Oh my god! I've been wondering what happened to that.
Long Gone wasn't it? No, wait. Long Gone Gulch wasn't the one where like there was the frickin' Scorpion Girl, was it? Or that was?
Oh, it was the two cowboy kids.
Yeah, I thought they were trying to put that on
Mako.
TV.
I think so, and then like the pandemic happened, and I think it delayed their plans.
I don't think they got picked up, did they?
Dude,
No,
I
they
have
didn't.
no-
No.
I have no idea though, to be quite honest with you, because I know that I think Zack and Tara have just been working on like other shows and whatnot, so it's possible that fuck that
they
it's
decided to move
possible
on.
that
It's gone. It's like it just doesn't exist anymore.
On hiatus, maybe, or some shit.
it's on the back burner.
Oh,
Ah,
That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry. Again, I'm just like
tired.
a little bit. I haven't really had the best sleep for a fucking while and shit. But that's besides the point. It's
You ever
just
tried-
been, like,
You guys ever decide to like try to fall asleep to like some ASMR shit?
well, that's me every
No.
night, dude.
I just put on like a chill cartoon. There you go.
Yeah, I just usually put some shit in the background and then
Yeah, no, like I do that, but like
Like
Okay.
Bob's Burgers helps me go to
Okay,
sleep.
you guys.
Like
Okay, yeah, no, you guys
The
gotta think I'm
2010
fucking like weird.
recently,
Well,
I've been
you
using
are,
the
but
2010.
That's the least weirdest thing I ever heard.
Recently, I've been using the 2010 pound
fuck you.
puppies, and it's like I can't believe how much that helps me. It's not even a slight against the show. Like the show is actually good, but like fucking, it's really good.
MST3K helps me like either
Yeah.
fall asleep or
But yeah, like
stop incoming
MST3K,
anxiety.
the good,
Yeah.
the
But, yeah, you were saying
Good
John?
years. Yeah, sorry.
no, the
Oh,
good
yeah, like-
cinema sins.
Go on.
okay, oddly enough, what helps me fucking fall asleep is shit, what the fuck am I thinking? Submarine sounds. Like a fucking submarine engine.
Yeah, no, I can see that too.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
like-
That'd be cool.
no context,
that's
no
nice.
context. Submarine sounds. You like it's like the engine. You hear
I just walked into your room one day. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Dive!
dive, bong, bong, bong. Whee!
Fucking house turns to a goddamn
Enemy
submarine.
sighted! Enemy sighted! Fire torpedoes!
Ah, Ziggy, welcome aboard the SS. Yes,
Diarrhea.
Ziggy.
It's like there's the horrifying
Ziggy,
sounds.
welcome aboard the SS Cock Goblin.
The horrifying sounds of like fucking depth charges exploding.
Yeah.
Just the sounds of what it's like that fucking mixtape. The sound effects. The hell is it?
Halloween farting sounds or whatever.
No!
No, what was that one? The sounds of the rainforest, but they capture like the people cutting down the trees.
Oh, that Family Guy bit.
Or they put, or they.
This will be a great Starbucks.
Oh god.
I used to fall asleep to what was it? It was like a hotel air conditioners sounds.
I feel that would like
Because I don't know why the-
psychosemantically make you feel like the room is cooler.
You kind of did.
Well, if you can't afford AC, you can just listen to the AC sounds and you'll feel cool.
Oh, we could afford a. Well, when I was a kid, we had a. What the fuck was it? It's those giant, quote unquote, air conditioners that hang out of windows. Swamp.
Oh, yeah, those things.
Yeah, we used to have those when I was little. Not because we didn't have AC, just because like it somehow. My house is from the 40s, so
Yeah,
The,
so it didn't have like centralized air or some shit.
that and it has bad insulation. Even to this day, it has bad insulation. Like when it's cold throughout the house, my room will be hot as fuck, and when it's hot throughout the house, my room will be even hotter. Even though the AC vent blows air into my room, it's just like, maybe.
You might want to get that looked at.
With what money?
Money.
And then also, you might be thinking, just open up a window. Okay, well, my windows are painted shut and have been painted shut since I was born, before I was born, actually.
What shit
when they were
about that?
Because when they were redoing the house, it was the team of my dad and my uncles and or my dad, my uncle, my grandpa, and like 2 of my grandpas.
Hey Joey, I painted the window shut.
Cousin Joe only came to help out a couple times because most of the time he was high on meth, so he wasn't allowed to be around that much.
I sure feel bad for whoever has to sleep in this room.
Fucking cousin.
Cousin Orville.
I haven't seen Cousin Joe in a while, but like the last time I saw him, he was when I lived with my dad.
I like how I guessed the name
he came by
of
to
a
say
fan.
hi.
I like how I guessed the name of one of your family members. Accurate.
Last time Cousin Joe was here, we were like, he was at my dad's house, and my dad was like, "Hey man, you want a beer real quick?" And Cousin Joe's kind of like the, not even black sheep, just like the get the fuck out of here as fast as possible, please kind of guy. Like, not that he would hurt us or anything. Like, he's a cool guy. He's fine, but he's just done so much criminal shit that people are just like, "All right, Joe, get the fuck out of here." But
I don't need
drugs
beer.
and whatnot.
I need meth. Give me meth.
He I remember he was sitting on the front porch. My dad went to go get a beer.
Pardon me.
My dad went to go get a beer, and he came back, and my cousin Joe was just sitting there staring out into the street. My dad's like, "Dude, here's your beer," and he's just like, just silently staring out into the street. And then my dad's like, "Hello, you good, man?" And he's like, "You see that motherfucker right there?" And my dad looks out in the street, and there's nothing there, and he's like, "What?" Like,
are you sure he's not on meth? Are you sure?
He had a stroke or some shit.
What?
Yeah, and then my and it was weird because my dad was just kind of standing there like, "Can we call the fucking hospital? Is this guy about to die on my front porch?" And then all of a sudden, like, as if nothing happened, my cousin was like, "Anyway, as I was saying," and then like, my dad goes, "Dude, what the?" And my dad's like, "Dude, what the fuck just happened?" He goes, "What do you mean what just happened?" He goes, "You had like a stroke." Bullshit, dude. You're lying to me. And then my dad had to explain to him, "You sat here staring out into the street for like 10 minutes in silence." And he was like, "Nah."
Yeah, I'm fine.
And then we went to like the doctor and one time, and like, the doctor
his
like,
sleep paralysis.
A little bit of like brain tumors going on there, man. And he was like, "Oh fuck." And maybe I did have a stroke.
His sleep paralysis demon manifested for a second.
Yeah.
You see the fucker out there?
Yo, fucking, speaking of the sleep paralysis demon,
Yeah.
you fucking wake up in the middle of the night,
Imagine-
see, no, you see fucking Majima in the corner of your room.
No, it's like no, it's Majima, but he's like short and he's like a little homunculus dude and whatnot.
Fucking shirtless, fucking short shirtless homunculus dude.
And then, and when he opens his mouth, he doesn't do the Kiryu-chan. He does this.
That's horrifying.
What the fuck?
That
would be.
Those are
Yeah.
games that I need to beat on stream because I'm stuck on Yakuza 4 because I just haven't gone back to it in
That-
forever. So
You ever done
gonna play
Yakuza
That
Zero?
would sound horrifying
I've
in any
done-
context.
I did 0, Kiwami 1 and 2, and 3.
Alright, so quick question.
Yeah.
Just like that would be
How much
horrifying in any
pain?
context.
How fucking painful do you want to say that the cabaret minigame is on a scale of 1 to I want to fucking die?
I played it once. It was just like, nope, not going for this Xbox achievement, and just never played it ever again.
Oh no, not even the it's not even for an achievement. You unlock the Mad Dog style for Majima.
I just didn't give a shit. I think I did it, but it was like mostly just me going AFK on my phone.
Yeah, no, like, okay, so the thing is for Kiryu, It's the real estate. You basically just
I didn't
collect
do really
money,
that either.
and then you beat people up.
Yeah, I did the real estate game like twice, and then I was like, nah.
Oh no, but the thing is, I found that to be a bit less painful than the cabaret minigame.
Oh yeah, the cat ring.
Because,
Boring as fuck.
like, dude, the fucking... How do I put this? Dragon of Dojima fighting style is... I want to say crippling.
Like OP or whatever.
Yes, as in, you're going to not kill your opponent, you're just going to give them crippling, life-changing, life-altering injuries, which are even worse.
I honestly, I
Just
just
like
stuck
what
with
happens in
slug-
every
I just
stealth
stuck with
game when you
Slugger.
knock somebody out with a sleep dart.
Oh yeah, the fucking neck snapping power.
It don't matter. You took him out non-lethally. It don't matter that they're gonna have. It don't matter that they're gonna suffer like, you know, nerve damage for the rest of their life, permanent nerve damage for the rest of their life or anything.
I always love the meme that's like, Batman will leave motherfuckers like this and be like, now talk, and it's like a dude with his neck snapped, like, laying on the ground.
No, have you ever seen the? Have you ever seen?
I mean, like,
the,
it's fine though, because canonically our two characters
in
canonically
Arkham
don't
Knight.
kill anybody.
Oh, Batman doesn't do extreme shit. Arkham Knight, you could fucking leave the Batmobile on like a guy's head,
Yeah.
and you can just leave him there screaming.
You just reminded me, Mary. I never beat Arkham Knight on stream. I have like 2 streams a long time ago of Arkham Knight, and I was just like, and then I just stopped playing it for some reason because something came out, and then I never went back.
Yeah, that happened to me with like 2 games. I just lost interest in playing them.
I didn't lose
Instead
interest.
of,
I
like-
was just like, I'll come back to this later, and I forgot.
It was
like, I still love
fucking
the Arkham
Destroy All Humans remastered. I was like hyped to play it, and then I played it. I'm like, so
I beat that in like one sitting, like not even on stream. It was free on Xbox for the weekend. I was like, how many achievements can I get before this weekend's over? And I beat the entire game in like one sitting. I was like, that was easy.
But yeah, like I just kind of like accepted whatever, right? So I just stopped playing it. Not once again. I don't know why. I just got like, because the humor in it was like ha ha ha, man, ha ha ha, man. Like, you know, the '60s were a horrible time period, weren't they? Yep, they sure were. And that was like the whole fucking humor of like everything.
Yeah.
And
What
then
game was this?
Destroy All Humans.
Oh yeah.
This was when we were like, I would say we were trying to be like, you know, a little more Heidi with like, you know, politics, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
But like the funny No, but once again I have to point this out though. One interesting fact about Destroy All Humans, there were people who left like low Steam reviews because it was quote unquote America bashing. This game came out like fucking years ago and it was universally loved.
It came out like 2004.
Yeah! Where were people complaining about America bashing back then? Only in the 2020s! You know, we're like, only
fucking weird.
only in the 2020s, like, only in the 2020s because, like, you know, we can't live, like, you can only have satire against one side, not the other, like, you know. We can't make fun of our president, we can't make fun of our president because, you know, he had a spray-on tan, or the former president, I should say, he had a spray-on tan and fucking a wig. Because, like, we can't make fun of him for reasons, even though it's fine to make fun of, you know, every other president. We can't say, man, I wish that this wasn't so fucked up, or else that would be considered whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you get my dad's response of, well, then leave if you don't like it.
With what money?
With what? Your generation worked hard. No, I saw, okay, I was telling my mom about this. I saw a TikTok, it was like a high school teacher. He was talking, he was like, alright, usually I'm more for like the younger generation being right about, you know, boomers being shit. He was like, cause usually they are. He's like, I'm not that old. He goes, but I just gotta say, the next generation, if boomer, anybody, you know, between this age and this age is watching, and you need help, after retirement, just let you know that the next generation will absolutely have no, idea how to take care of you. He goes, I have proof of that. He's like, today in class, he goes, I teach history. Somebody asked me, Mr. So-and-so, are you old enough to be around when the world was black and white? He goes, what? Like, yeah, in the 50s, like on the TV shows. He's like, when did the world get color? And he goes, and he's like, no way. And he goes, no, you're messing with me.
What do you think this is?
No.
No. Walk out the door like it's black and white, and then they come out and it's like oh shit, it's all technical now. Holy shit, what the hell is this?
No, the teacher on TikTok, he goes, no, dude, you're messing with me. And the kid goes, no, I'm serious, man. And he's like, and he goes, and then it just hit me. How many of these kids think that? And he goes, all right, class, how many of you actually think the world used to be black and white? He goes, half my fucking class raised their hand. And he goes, this is bullshit. You all are pranking me. He goes, I left, went to another classroom, asked the same question. Half of the kids raised their hand, said they thought the world used to be black and white. He's like, we're fucked, dude.
No, you know why people thought that, right? Because, even back in the 50s and shit, right, when we had black and white TV and movies, people had dreams in black and white because of TV and movies.
Yeah, I remember that. I asked my grandma, when the world get colored, but that was when I was 5. I was just not in high school. What the fuck?
Yeah,
are you all on crack?
Here's the thing. We don't know the conditions of the school, so
doesn't fucking matter.
Well, it kind of does.
No.
If it's a bad district, then they probably, they probably weren't taught, basic shit.
I'm from a shit district. Most of the kids in my district were smart enough to be like, yeah, of course it wasn't black and white. What the fuck? Only the most stupidest of gangster kids would be like, what do you mean it wasn't black and white? And that was 5 people.
No, but even then, I knew, cause like I said, I always researched this shit. When I was younger, I knew that it wasn't black and white way back when. Fucking hell, everything on TV, if you see a show from back then, the white picket fence house, and the straight-laced yuppie house owner with the stay-at-home wife and the suit, that shit's all lies. All that shit was...
That shit did exist, but if you look at, from what I've fucking gathered through, last podcast we left, a lot of, the 60s and 50s and 70s was, a lot of act like we're a good family. But in reality, they weren't.
Yeah, you have to act the part, or else, you'll get ostracized.
We're a good family! No, you're not.
I remember my mom being because she grew up in a little town that was kind of essentially, it's a town 20 minutes from here. Imagine California version of Mayberry, where everybody knows each other, sort of shit. And
I feel towns that are a double-edged sword. It's good to know everybody, but at the same time, it's
there's no privacy almost.
There's no privacy, and what what if the whole town? Because those small towns tend to be down in the south, and there was a lot of what going on down there.
There wasn't that kind of stuff going on in that town, honestly. But there was a dentist I had in that town when I was a little kid. That one day I went to the dentist and there was a sign on the door, and my grandma read the sign and was like, "Oh no!" And then she was like, "All right, well, we better go find you a new dentist." And I was like, "What?" And all this time, I always assumed when I was growing up, I was because I remember that. It was well, the dude was probably a pedophile. No, he wasn't. He was, because he was a children's dentist. He was just gay. But he knew how the town would react because everybody knew him, and just randomly at night.
Oh, it was a sundown town?
Yeah, he just, at nighttime, he just locked up his clinic or whatever, dentist area, whatever you call it, and then just put that sign up. It was the town won't accept me for who I am, and and I know this because they're all like old people with like, you know,
you know
that
what
can't
that
accept
feels
change
like?
sort of shit, and he's like,
You
so I'm
know
out
what
of here.
that
And he
fucking
just
feels like?
Hmm.
You guys watched Star Wars Episode 3, right?
Yeah.
Like, remember when Obi-Wan goes to Utapau, and like he's talking with the guy Tyon Medon, right? And like he's like, they are here, they are watching us, 10th level. You know, like, yes, the Separatists are here, they are watching us, and everything. It feels like that. Yes,
Yeah.
there's shit going on here. They're watching us. Oh my god. But you know, the 50s and 60s are definitely the time of like, we're a happy family, and it's not that way. It's not that way. It's not as clean.
And living in that town, my mom told me a story of like, that's how we all thought life was. And then in high school, one of our friends got brutally murdered, and it suddenly snapped all of the whole town out of like, oh, we're not just a nice town. This is just as bad as the rest of the world. And
Yeah,
anything
like,
could happen anywhere. It was just like,
once that
kind of like
sets
shook
in-
everybody and was like, what the fuck, dude?
Once that sets in, then it's like, you know, like the small town lie. It's
Yeah.
like, and this
And my grandpa was like a ginormous town figure because he was the principal of the high school, so he was in charge of a lot of stuff that went on through the town. He was part of the fucking, I don't know if they had this on the East Coast, but it's called Lions Club.
We might have something similar to that.
Basically, it's a bunch of dudes with authority to themselves or some shit. I think that they just basically give back to the community.
Oh, I think we have something like that. I
And
think we have something like that. in the US.
look at how easy this is if you
Like,
just
I
are
have-
careful the whole time.
I have But yeah, no, I think I know what you're talking about.
Lions Club is, what is it?
They're like a
Oh,
service
it's
organization,
kind of
right?
like, wait, what does Lions Club do? Mission to serve. Empower Lions Club volunteers, partners, improve health, well-being, strengthen communities, support those in need through humanitarian services, and grants impact lives globally, encourage peace and international understanding. Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Interesting.
But near the end, it was just like, a bunch of old dudes drinking coffee.
Oh.
So it's like
And then-
it's like the Adventurers Club or whatever.
No, not really. It's just kind of like more of a community sort of club.
I
but,
got her
like, they
before she
and
even
they,
started
like,
the fight.
raise money for the community or do all kinds of different shit. But it was kind of like sad because I remember growing up and meeting like all these old dudes that were part of the Lions Club with my grandpa, and then just like one day my grandpa went and got coffee at the shop that they usually go to, and it was just like him and two others because almost everyone was fucking dead. It was like, this is sad
And nobody
now.
else joined the Lions Club.
No, because they were just like, I mean, it still exists, I think, but it's probably just like younger dudes now.
Oh,
probably.
shit! She's got ahead.
Yeah.
Ah. I really like this game's art style.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Like it's not, it really ain't as bad as the fucking AVGN video made it out to be.
You know, there's a lot of games that James has been like, this fucking sucks, and I played it, I'm like, it's not that bad, it's not great, but it's alright.
People have played, because not every game is going to be Dr. Jekyll on the side. Like, of course, not every game from the era should be remembered as like something great.
Shit. Yeah.
But like,
Hey, I'm gonna get going.
not every game is Dr. Jekyll and
Have a good
Mr.
night,
Hyde.
Johnny.
Have a good night,
Later.
dude. But yeah, no, like fucking. Yeah, no, like I really like. See, fucking America was fucking strange.
America. It is still fucking strange. What do you...
I know.
I just watched a fucking video, not to get like political or whatever, that was
Also,
like,
yeah, Vapor, I've been, once again, thank you for telling me about last podcast on the left.
Oh yeah.
That shit is actually like really the ambiguous morals, like fuck it, ambiguous morals, like great comedy that just comes from like talking about shit. It's perfect.
Yeah, I love that show. I love that show. I found it. Where did I find that show? I was making lunch one time in the kitchen, and my brother had it on, playing out loud on his phone in the kitchen. I was like, "Fuck is this?" He was like, "Never heard of this shit, man." Like, no. He goes, "You'll like it if you like all your paranormal stuff that you like." Like, all right. And I listened to an episode, and I stayed up till like 4 a.m. listening to episodes, and I was like, "This is good." And then just in college, in all my classes, I would just listen to.
Somebody take a note on this password. LXDBJZMRPNPJ.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, 'cause I couldn't even fucking see it because the screen cuts off.
Yeah. I know where to find like these cheats and shit, so you know.
Alright. But yeah, no, like it's a perfect replacement for fucking Let Me Tell You About. Except it's mostly about horror shit and like, you know, cults and everything instead of just general history / like stuff that they talk about in Let Me Tell You.
You want a great episode to listen to? It's a special edition episode because they have ones that like they used to have. I don't know if they still do it because they slowly have gotten, you know, bigger and bigger. But there's a thing that they used to have that was like Patreon goals that was like, if we raise this much money, we give this to you guys, and it's like a special interview with somebody or something like that. And one time they raised a shit ton of money and they got a interview with Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, cool.
And because Dan Aykroyd's extremely into paranormal shit, like obsessively,
which makes sense considering
it's just them, because Dan Aykroyd was telling about like when they were writing Ghostbusters and stuff, how most of the team was like on the comedy stuff, and he's like, I'll take care of all the stuff that is ghost related, and they're like, right, Dan, whatever, man, it's all make-believe bullshit. And he's like, no, this shit's real. Like go on rants on set, which is like, this is how you measure the ghosts and shit, and they're just like, all right, dude.
Nobody took it seriously.
Yeah,
when Gozer actually attacks, like, we gotta call Dan Aykroyd.
Because there's a movie Dan Aykroyd starred in that they always reference called Nothing But Trouble.
Oh, I know about Nothing But Trouble.
And they're always talking about it, and it was like a joke on their show for a while that they would just keep mentioning that. And when they were doing the interview with Dan Aykroyd, they were like, so aside from Ghostbusters, we gotta say that the podcast's favorite movie of yours is Nothing But Trouble. And Dan goes, holy shit, someone finally says it. He's like, and they're like, it's so good. He's like, it's one of my favorites, but it just never got enough press and was just underrated in the box office. He's like, we just didn't have the advertising for it like we usually did, and it didn't do very well, and nobody knows how good it is.
They like, I don't know, like I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, movies like are made or die by like their advertising at this point in time.
Oh yeah,
it fucking blows. Well, that and overseas box office now too.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the story of what's his face? Quentin Tarantino's movie, The Hateful Eight or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, I liked that one.
Did you ever hear the story about when he released it?
Was it about the one when he had whatchamacallit and shit? Are you talking about when he played it in like 70mm like film and whatnot? Because that's how he shot it and whatnot.
I can't remember. I remember him telling it on a podcast. It was he always wanted his movie shown at this one special theater in LA or something like that.
Was it? Oh, okay, go on, sorry.
No, you're good. And he was like, I remember going to the theater as a kid. I always wanted one of my movies to be shown there. He's like, and we finally got The Hateful Eight to be shown there. And at the same time, Disney wanted to show their newest Star Wars film. And he was like, that's fine. I like Star Wars, whatever. And he was like, but I booked out, this theater to only show the Hateful Eight, and because he's like, certain directors and whatever, you could do that if you had money or made a deal with the the theater company or whatever. He was like, but we get a call one day that was like Disney calling them and being like, or calling the theater franchise company and being like, so you're gonna show Star Wars, right? And they're like, well, we have a deal with Tarantino right now to only show his movie. And Disney was like, if you don't only show Star Wars, we'll remove Star Wars from every theater in the country that you own.
Yeah.
And they were like,
fuck Disney.
They called Tarantino. They're like, we kind of have to do this because Star Wars is a $1 billion maker.
The theater.
And they said, and they were like, not only Star Wars, but they also said any future Disney movies, and that's Marvel. They're like, that would fuck us in business, so sorry, we can't play your movie.
There you go.
And Tarantino was like, dude, what the fuck?
So Tarantino got cucked for a mediocre Star Wars film.
Yeah, essentially.
And because I know the theater that you're talking about, Vapor. It's the Cinerama Dome, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that was like
man.
one of the... Didn't he own that Didn't he own that theater at one point? Or am I thinking
Probably,
of like
but it's like a franchise. Maybe I'm thinking of another theater that he was talking about. Because he was talking about it was like a franchise movie theater.
And the Academy Award goes to Quentin Tortellini. No, but like, what Star Wars movie? I think it had to be The Last Jedi.
Yeah, because this was 2015, and that's when Hateful Eight came out and shit.
Yeah. Is that the one where Luke Hamill drinks
Yes, and
alien
then
milk?
they turn him into a fucking. And all right. I'm not a person who fucking puts like Luke Skywalker on a pedestal. He's not my favorite fucking Skywalker. My favorite Skywalker is Cade, his like great grandson.
Yeah.
But like, the problem I have with like Luke is that he's supposed to be everything that the prequel Jedi weren't. But like they were like, no, they had to like fucking they had to like shake expectations when we all know it's gonna fucking happen at the end of the fucking like trilogy. The Empire's gonna be defeated or whatever. Like, no, the Empire's gonna be defeated. And I don't care if they're called, like, the First Order, still the fucking Empire, don't matter. Because the fucking movies are terrible. They did not give a shit about their world building. They just bought something from a guy who made, like, good movies and had, like, great lore and changed it into shit. Sorry that I went on this, like, mini rant about Star Wars here for a second. But goddamn does that piss me off that they fucking cucked Tarantino for some shitty fucking Star Wars movie that doesn't even deserve to be, like, anywhere near other fucking shit. Like, god damn.
There's, what was it? I will agree with you on the Luke Skywalker thing, but...
It wasn't worth the film it was fucking filmed on. Sorry.
But the line of everything you just said was wrong is probably one of the hardest lines ever in movies. I don't know why, when Luke Skywalker, where Kylo Ren's yelling at him and he's like, amazing, everything you just said was wrong. I don't know why, but I just fucking love that line.
Everything you said is wrong. Is it on the same level as we are quite the same, you and I?
I don't know.
We are not the same.
I don't fucking...
I remember because I used that on one of my friends because he was trying to tell me like why I forgot, it was like some game or movie was incredible and I just didn't like it, and he tried explaining all the things and I go, everything you just said was wrong.
It's a good line, I guess. Like, look. There's always diamonds in the rough. So
Yeah.
Like, in a sea of shit, you will find like something of value, and there you go. And I guess it's like the basest point of anything. Like, I even said this in my freaking I was talking about like the freaking astromech droid figures and whatnot. I said like I don't collect like new Star Wars stuff at all, but I don't collect the new. But I wanted to get BB-8 because I actually like BB-8 because like he literally did nothing wrong.
No, he's just existent.
He's just a fucking droid. Like
I think I told you about my ex where I was talking about like Christmas gifts one year. I was like, I know what I'll get you, and it was like the year the first new Star Wars movie came out.
Yeah, Force Awakens.
Because he loves Star Wars or whatever. And I was like, go get you a porg plush. He's like, please fucking no.
that's what he said.
Wow,
Don't
really? No porg? And he's like, he goes, I've never seen a better example of we need to sell toys. Here's a creature for that. And I'm
Yes.
like, oh, shit, you're right.
And people, no. You want me to? Hey, you want to know the most common argument against that is when it comes to like fucking to that shit.
Ewoks.
The Ewok.
What?
Yeah, but you want to know? You want to know the thing about the Ewoks though? Guess what George Lucas did when Kenner made the toys for the Ewoks? He didn't want the public to see them before they were shown in the movie. So he had Kenner go through every fucking box of the action figures that were produced before the movie came out, and he had them black out the Ewok figures.
Sheesh.
So they weren't sold on their fucking cute factor.
Yeah, you know, Mr. McDonald's. Oh, here's a spoiler to the movie. Here's a toy of that spoiler. Thanks. Or what other company fucking does that? Funko Pop used to do that with the Marvel movies. They were like, this Marvel movie comes out in like a week. Here's all the figurines for it. Okay, well, thanks for telling us a potential spoiler of character that was not shown in the trailer. Thanks for that. I don't think they do that now because I think they got in trouble at one of the Marvel movies. They were like, here's this. It's like, okay, that character's not in the trailer. Thanks for spoiling that.
Passionate about Star Wars, and this is what happens. I get yelly about it because it's like the Disney defenders say the dumbest shit. And like
I like Disney only on the basis of what they were originally known for, you know, hee-hee-hoo-hoo cartoons.
I'm not talking about like I'm not talking about like Disney movies. I'm talking about like the Star Wars. I'm talking about like Disney Star Wars defenders.
Current day Star Wars is just like Star Wars. Disney. Current day Disney is like, what have I not bought yet?
I'll say this right now, right? But the accusations people say about the prequels or like the other like stuff. Oh, you have to read the books to truly understand what's going on. No, that's what happens with the fucking Disney shit. And you want to know what they came up with? You want to know why Leia was ostracized by the New Republic?
Because her hair sucked? Why?
No, because they found out that she was Darth Vader's daughter.
Really?
But Luke got a pass. That was not fucking. Luke got a pass for being a Jedi, though. For some reason.
Actually, I should get some food. Oh my god.
Like, it's so fucking stupid. I really do dislike. Disney wasn't fucking like, you know, unsinful company. You know what I mean? But like, goddamn, they've never been more profit driven than they are like nowadays. Because apparently, like, they're sacrificing like amusement park stuff just to like sell more merchandise in the parks rather than like, you know, keep the attractions from being like memorable and like good and shit. Hell, just look at like the whole Fast Pass fiasco and everything. Alright, look at the stairs. It's him! It's Mr. Kill!
The Dark Warrior.
Welcome, Froban. You have fought well. The fuck does Froban mean? No, really, what the hell does Froban mean? cannot bring shame to my creed. Prepare to meet your doom.
Prepare to meet your doom.
I will be your doom. We're talking about. I hear doom, and then I hear doom, and then you know, like we're talking about Star Wars. I keep thinking of like fucking Juhani when you have her in your party in whatchamacallit, KOTOR. She yells, "I will be your doom," and everything like that. Oh my god. Damn, Mr. Kill got me. Or Mr. Kill, or Servant. I don't even know, man. It's a mediocre Castlevania clone. Okay. LZL.
Yeah.
LZLN LC. One other minor thing is somewhat related to the Porgs. Like there was one person that was trying to be like, oh, Star Wars is about having like horrifying monsters in it and like abominations of nature, not like these deer and like the foxes or whatever. And I have to say this right. Like, no. Because in the Legends continuity, there were like regular dogs and regular animals in it too. There's Earth-like planets. Of course, those would be like native to shit. Okay, can you not do that, please? Can you not just come down and give me the zappy zap? Fucking hell. This game is kind of... like, it's mediocre. It's like, not bad. Like, I've played worse. And like, I mean like offensively bad games, like, this shouldn't be played at all. But like, goddamn, is this like fucking boring. Like after a little bit where it's like, the start it was cool, like you run around with your fists and you're punching shit, and then you get a sword. Then it's like, well, yeah, this is fine.
This is fine.
Yeah, it's like Castlevania, but you know, at least it's got like its own style. But the style that it's going for is kind of boring. Like I can't kill a skeleton. Like it was good when like you were getting power-ups every 5 seconds in like the last level, but like the power-ups in this level don't do anything. Like I'm not.
They don't do really anything of like sort.
Yeah, like you didn't see me pick up the stuff from like the flying demon guys.
Oh yeah.
Nothing in here drops power. The only power-ups that I've seen are in like the walls there. And I don't even know if right now I can survive to get to them. And there we go. We got our first death.
Going surfing on the internet.
I was going surfing on the internet. They fucking... Oh god. This game is wearing on me. Just me.
This is one of those games where it started out good and now it's like...
Because it's mediocre.
Mediocre. You're mediocre clarinet player.
Shut your mouth, you mediocre clarinet player.
Mediocre.
But yeah, nah, like, fucking hell. One other minor thing, since we're on, like, a bit of, like, a Disney... Like, I don't mind Disney way back when. But, like, because they've always kind of been, like, money grubbing and whatnot. But, like, I have to say this, though. It wasn't as bad as it was now. Where they're really trying to, like, maximize profits. Like I said before, they're monetizing the fucking theme parks to high hell. Like, making you buy, like, you know, like, putting more merch and not working on, like, the attractions and shit.
Yeah.
Like, they're never gonna fix Expedition Everest.
Well, again, that's a whole structural thing entirely and whatnot. I can see why they're not gonna fix it and shit, you know what I mean?
Hey, Monument, while I'm playing Persona 4 and the new homeroom teacher has come.
Nice.
And all I could hear are drums.
The cum drums.
The cum drum. The cum drum buttons. Not the buttons, not the cum drum buttons. But yeah, like, well, not even like, even what they even promised to like try to fix Expedition Everest at some point, and they just never, they never even gave a statement other like as to why they couldn't fix it.
It's broken.
Yeah.
Expedition Everest is because the reason they haven't fixed it is because one, it takes a fuck ton of money to fix, and two, which, you know, the money Disney has, and two, it's a lot of work to move the giant ass Yeti off the mountain and down to where they can work on it.
I got it bad, I got it bad.
I got it bad, so bad. But yeah. Yeah. Again, it's like very fucking expensive to fucking actually like repair that sort of shit and whatnot, because again, structural fucking issues with the Yeti and, you know, just the entire mountain in general and whatnot, you know what I mean?
Also, can we talk about how the other day when I was on YouTube, I saw an ad for, you know, Halloween at Disneyland, and then like 2 days later, I saw an ad for Christmas at Disneyland. I was like, excuse me?
Once again, pushing for that monetization, man. They gotta advertise Christmas.
To Disneyland twice.
You gotta
once
get
when
people.
I was 6 and once when I was 9. I don't remember it. All I remember is it being traumatic, and I hated both times.
Traumatic?
Yeah, and maybe that's just because as a little kid, I was kind of scared of anything, like, ride-wise.
I remember all the times I went to, I remember, like, most of the times I went to, because all I did at MGM Studios was I went on the Star Wars ride. And then one year I went, it was Star Wars weekend, so, that was pretty cool. But that, you know, that was before everything. But, like, yeah, all I know is that every time we went to Magic Kingdom, we had to go on it to Small World because my grandmother loved that ride. Oh, and then we'd ride like everything else, like for the most part. Like that wasn't a roller coaster because they don't do coasters. Yeah. And what was it? We one year we did the frickin' what's the name of that shit? Stitch Breaks Loose or whatever.
Oh,
and people.
Escape.
Yeah. That attraction was fine. I don't know what people like. I know it replaced like extraterrestrial or whatever, but like that was fine. I've got it bad.
So bad.
Get the hots for the teacher. Van Halen. The drums. I believe. Wait, ain't the who's the second? Like Mr. Moroka. It's a lady with the big boobies, right? If I remember correctly.
That's every woman in anime Japanese.
I thought the lollies don't have it or whatever the fuck.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
The very long intro. I get it. The drums, baby.
Yeah.
Merrick, you'll love this. Oops, wrong link. That's it. The Chuckle Brothers play real. Yeah, you showed me this. I liked that video. That was really funny. The Chuckle Brothers play real life Hitman. Kill that man. I forgot what the frick they said though. Kill that man. Yeah. But yeah, no, like, and then I you know what the funny thing was? I took every fucking, I took everything at, like, the ride so seriously. Cause, like, on, Stitches, not Stitches, but, like, Space Ranger Spin, or whatever it was.
Oh, the shooting game, yeah.
Yeah, like, I took that super seriously, and then I took, like, you know, the frickin' whatchamacallit, I beat my mom at, like, fucking, what was that shit? The Toy Story interactive thing?
Oh, Midway Mania.
Yeah! Merrick, I'm not a goddamn compendium. How do you expect me to remember everything I know? I show you. I'm not upset that you, but I'm just, I'm not saying that. I'm tired right now, man. Sorry. I'm tired of playing this mediocre game.
Mediocre.
But I'm having a fun. I'm having a fun time talking about, you know, how fucked up Disney kinda is.
The fall of capitalism.
The empire of capitalism.
Oh, sorry,
must
Timmy.
fall.
You need 20 Mickey coins to live.
That's our future. That's our future. The one company world, and it's Disney. By the way, talk about Timmy. Merrick, please don't ever say I beat my mom at. If you.
I beat my mom.
Yeah, like.
I beat my mom, fucking.
You beat your mom at the Toy Story Midway Mania thing.
At Toy Story Midway Mania, and then what was I saying? No, but I was watching this thing, right, where they were like somebody was talking about how Metaverse is like trying to make people wear VR headsets at work so that they could do their work in the Metaverse, so that, you know, you could be middle managed and micromanaged by your manager or whatever, right?
What?
I was reading down in the comments about, like, I said, like, you know what, this guy has said some, like, weird takes in the past. I like his content talking about, like, how, like, you know, leave the web alone or whatever the fuck. But he uses a lot of Pepe's, and I know Pepe is like whatever, and he said some weird shit before. I went down in the comments and I just started scanning. I saw, like, you know, people talking about whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, one of the ones was obvious, like, oh, you said capitalism's the problem, but capitalism gave you your life right now, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
The worst argument of all time.
And?
Yeah, right, and like, I was like, yep, there's that comment, and then I was like going through, I said, like, you know what, I'm surprised there's no, like, obvious, like, very freaking whatever shit, right? And then as soon as somebody started saying, like, oh, we need to have people be able to curse and this, that, the other thing, or, like, we need to say... As soon as he said, like, it makes me want to shoot myself, instead of saying that, no, he said, I want to shoot myself with an FAL. And as soon as I read that, I'm like, oh, he's one of these people. Specifically pointing out an FAL. There was, like... like, South Africa, like, apartheid and everything like that, right? The, people used, like, the racists, used the frickin' FAL and shit. And, like, it kind of just became a dog whistle gun. And, like, I said, like, instead of just saying, I want to shoot myself, I want to shoot myself with an FAL. And then as soon as I saw them, I'm like, oh, there's a dog whistle, bye!
Yeah, big time.
Like I said, everything else is, like, super obvious. Like, Bill Gates makes us want to eat bugs. This and the other thing, it's like protein. And then it's like, yep. There's the show-off people that always gotta, like, say about, you know, I don't want to eat bugs. What if it just be?
What's that one meme? I hate. It's like the manic troll face behind a desk with a gun or something like that.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that meme.
Wait, what was the troll face saying?
Like, I hate X, I hate X, and there's like a,
Oh yeah! And he's cocking a shotgun and they're at the door or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like at that point, like I said, as soon as
I hate the Antichrist, and it's the UN members coming to a store that says we've surrounded the country through corn syrup.
oh, you talk about that actually. People like they said I watched the Amityville horror episode of Last Podcast on the Left too, and like they made a really good point at the end about like all the stuff going on, because people would be like, oh, like, why does it matter, they just wanted to write a story, and then it's like, well, because that in part led to the satanic panic and everything. And it's as soon as I'm like, oh, that makes a whole lot of sense.
You want to hear an episode that's not really scary per se, but interesting, but also kind of gives you light on how stupid humanity is and has always been?
Yeah.
Is the Black Plague episode. Is because there's one part where they're like, so let's compare it to today's COVID, because they made the episodes like the height of COVID, and they're like, so the Black Plague, there were very better ways to get rid of it, but you know, the fucking people with their limited medical knowledge at that time, extremely limited, didn't know that, and so a lot of the shit that they did do prolonged it for even more time, therefore killing even more people. It was like, and Marcus goes, and eventually it came to a point where there's so many people dying and it had lasted for so long, they started putting the blame on Jewish people. He's like, essentially kind of like the people putting coronavirus on Asians. And he was like, so yes,
I gotta listen to the
humanity has
Black
always
Plague
been...
episode now.
He's like, so yes, humanity, when it's come to pandemics, has never handled it well.
Because it happened, like the Spanish flu is another prime example of, we're just going to, like, we're not going to listen to the CDC guidelines. It's an infringement on our freedom. Once again, Vapor, you didn't watch Peacemaker, right? At all?
Was that Teen John?
It's a John Cena show, like the DC hero show.
I wanted to watch it, but I ran out of HBO Max.
Okay, I can't talk about it then, if you don't want it spoiled. So that's the whole point.
I don't know when I'll get HBO Max again, so I don't give a shit.
You really don't. You don't care.
No, I like DC stuff more than Marvel now because they seem to be handling it better.
Because I'll put it to you like this,
If I didn't watch it, I'll probably forget what you're about to tell me.
Okay, so in the show, right, the alien invaders are called butterflies. At least that's what, like, humanity calls them or whatever, right? And they're invading Earth not because of, like, any sort of they're actually trying to help us. And the alien makes a really good point where it's like people like get, are like inconvenient. People like think like a minor inconvenience is like an assault to their freedom or something. And it's like, this is so fucking true, right? And what happens is Peacemaker still kills it. Kills the thing at the end because he chose his friends over the right thing to do or whatever. Like, it still raises that question where it's like, and I'm just like, I said, like, even if I was in the shoes, I'd be like, you know what, you do make a really good point, because like this is hell. And I'd be like, look, like have you done any research on the Earth and everything like that, where like years ago it happened with like the Spanish flu, and now like in hindsight with how I got the information about like the Black Plague, now they're blaming it on that. It's like, yeah, people kind of like, I see where you're coming from. People are kind of been stupid. We kind of need a little bit of help and shit, and dealing with shit. Despite, you know, like, somebody saying, other people saying otherwise, probably, I don't know.
Well, just remember, UFO sightings have increased 100-fold within the past year.
You know what I always find weird? It's always like Fox News talking about like aliens and like other worlds or like freaking UFO sightings for some reason.
Because that's their base is fucking QAnon people that believe that shit. I mean, I believe there's some sort of something with, you know, otherworldly things that we don't fucking understand or know.
Like
that, or you know that they're so what do you call?
It's like it's
even,
not
like, you know, they haven't even like not like to the point where it's like they've gained like, you know, some sort of like sapience or sentience or whatever. It's more so that they're so like you know, they're either like microscopic organisms, like, you know, some other thing, you know what I mean?
like I don't have, all right, like I have common sense, right? But I believe in stuff like cryptids and shit like that.
Yeah.
But like it's not you can still have common sense and believe in that type of shit. It's just that you don't use it to, like, you know, be like, oh, mainstream science is wrong or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I know.
It's like I'll point this out. It's like there would be like there would be a moment where it's like, okay, like somebody did experience like a alien or something like that, or like some form of like supernatural thing, but it's written off because like, oh, the person was living in a rural area, and, you know, to like say a person who's like really educated, they come off as like, you know, uneducated, and it's like, oh, they probably mistook something for something else instead of like actually trying to be like, you know, reach out a helping hand. And I think that something like that's worse even now because we're at such like a divide and everything. So
fucking, there's been so many UFO sightings in the past year or two that now NASA is like, okay, we're gonna make a special area, special team in NASA.
Didn't a 17-year-old like intern find a planet and the fucking intern did like a shit like that?
I don't remember. I remember recently that they used, you know, one of their big ass telescope things I can see for fucking light years or whatever.
Yeah.
And they found like another solar system, and they're like, oh,
there was a channel that I watched for like the really good like takes and shit. But I really dislike when they were just like saying, oh, like if you do stuff, if you like mysticism, whatever, it's a slippery slope to falling down the QAnon thing, and I'm like, no, it's not.
yeah, that's like the spiritual stuff that I watch. People like, soon you'll start, you know, using crystals to heal medical stuff. And it's like,
No.
And because of that, I stopped.
I like the whole crystal thing. I'm like, you know, maybe they do something. I don't fucking know.
I like
I'm not
the
dumb enough to
aesthetic
be
of
like,
the crystal. Like,
yeah, but I'm not like, you know.
I'm not gonna stop doing modern medicine for the crystals.
Yeah,
like, goddamn.
Exactly.
At that point, you might as well just start doing meth or something.
I remember one of my friends' moms in high school. He would like sometimes be like, "Oh, I have like a headache or something." He goes, "All right, put these crystals under your pillow." He's like, "Have a fucking Advil?" No. He was like, oh, "All right." Like to that extent, I'm like, "Okay, wait, hold on."
like there somebody if Miss Frizzle, like College Humor did a great bit about like, you know, trying to teach people how medical shit works. It's like, even if Miss Frizzle got like the parents and like, you know, shrunk them down to go into the body to show them how a vaccine works, they'd still try to be like, we gotta try to like get the vaccine out of him, or else the kid will get autism or whatever. Like, because it's true. Like there's not confirmation bias, but like there's oppositional bias where it's like, oh, you'll believe in something more if evidence of the contrary is pointed out to you, no matter what the case may be.
Yeah.
It's stupid, but there's the thing. Humans are creatures of habit, like pretty much every other animal. So it's like,
Yeah, no shit.
and there's people who would get, and there are people specifically in the religious community that would get offended at me for saying that humans are animals, because we are animals.
You get people like my dad where you've researched all this medical stuff of me, you know, your whole life because you want to understand what medical stuff I live with better or whatever, so you can take better care of me or whatever. Which was cool because I don't think very many parents would go through hours of fucking studies and shit to be like, what the hell is happening to my
What's
child?
parenting?
You know, sort of stuff. To my kid or whatever. And then suddenly, once COVID lands, it's not real. What? Well, to you it's real, but to me it's not. What?
That's a Monkman moment.
Sense, dude.
That's a Monkman. You, it's real. To me, it's not.
Because it's like my medical stuff and how like I can get it. He's like, but I don't have to worry about it. Like I remember we were in line to get our first vaccine, and my dad was like, "I'm only getting this because of you," and I'm like, "Thanks, I guess." And like he started to have an anxiety attack in the line for the vaccine. And my brother was like, "Why?"
The Bill Gates microchips.
I don't know what they're. He's just like, "I don't know what they're putting in me." And my brother's like, "Fucking vaccine." Just calm down.
Dead virus in you. You're putting dead virus in you. What the
That actually reminds me. Earlier today at work, my coworker actually had to leave because he told his like flu and like shingles shots and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he was just like fucking out of it and shit. But yeah.
I somewhat got in trouble when I got my vaccine.
But yeah, shit is fucking weird.
When I got my vaccine, you know what happened? I didn't know I was supposed to notify my job that I was getting it, so I had to call out sick. And I was like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, I got my vaccine. I feel like shit. Oh, well, you should have told us. I'm like, it didn't cross my mind to tell you guys. And like, cause like both times I felt like ass. I think I told him the second time though, or something like that.
But it's just like, how could somebody like, you know, like my dad, who's relatively smart, suddenly be like, oh, bullshit. It's like, eh. Like, I remember he shared an article with me and my brother on Facebook about something that was like,
Fear makes us do stupid things.
Yeah, it's not even fear, it's just my dad started falling for shit that I never thought he'd fall for. Like, there was an article about something, I forgot what it's called, but it's like this thing QAnon people believe where it's like a government-controlled satellite that controls the weather and global warming and shit.
Oh, that's like some weird ass shit I heard about, like the Montauk Project and some shit like that.
I think it was that or something, and I remember where
It's
so
like,
my
it's
brother's
very
like,
fucking, it's like so fucking out there, like so fucking like sci-fi and shit like that. You know what I mean?
he showed me and my brother, and he was like, is there any merit to this? And my brother, who researches a ton of shit, political or whatnot, and just the internet in general, he was like, no, Dad, that's bullshit. It's been bullshit since it was first theorized in like the year 2003. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is what I thought, but I'm just making sure. And my brother's like, alright, man.
How long will it be before the flat earthers finally admit that the earth is not flat?
That is one thing that my dad's like, yeah, okay, yeah, the earth is not fucking flat. Like, he hasn't gone that.
Where's the ice wall?
That actually reminds me of this like corny joke I said at work. Where it's like if the earth was really flat, how come cats haven't pushed things off the edge yet? You know, something like that.
Like, you wanna know the whole like there was actually a comic about, alright, so two things I actually want to say about like the flat earth thing. Alright, if there's so many people in this like community, why don't they all fund an expedition to go to like Antarctica to show the ice wall, and then go there and find nothing?
I don't think you understand how many things have been funded by the Flat Earth Society to prove that it's flat and then be proven wrong on the spot, and then they're like,
They move the goalposts. They move the goalposts every time.
Dude, there was a dude who was a flat earther who had a ton of money, and he was like, he got a trip up to Earth's atmosphere. You know those things rich people can do where they can just like go into those planes that don't quite go into space but they're close or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. And so he did that and was like, I'm about to show you that the Earth is flat, and then he saw it was fucking curved and round out in space, and he was just like, and the like astronauts and shit or whatever that he was with, they were like, all right, so what do you think, man? He's like, well, yeah. He couldn't think of anything, and he was just like, and then even after he was marginally proven fucking wrong by looking at the Earth from space, he was still just like, no, that you guys fooled me somehow. It was a projector or something.
He takes
what?
He takes pictures of it, and he takes pictures of it, right? And he puts them in like fucking Microsoft Paint, and he makes a crudely drawn ice wall. And he puts like an arrow. He puts like an arrow, and he tries to write with like words with the mouth. It's like cool ice wall, like arrow pointing at it. The big red arrow with the circle.
It was Hollow Moon Theory. Last podcast on the left did Hollow Moon Theory.
Hollow Moon.
Yeah.
I could actually, I don't want to say like Hollow Earth, but I could believe like there could be like a subsect of something underground that has like similar like conditions to planet, like to the crust and everything. It's just the perfect storm of like stuff that's like, oh, like there's trees growing down here, there's grass growing down here, it like a big grotto, and then there could be something down there. I think that's possible, but not like, you know, there's an earth under, like there's an earth inside the earth.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like a grotto where...
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, like a grotto where stuff grows. Like, it has its own ecosystem because, oh, there's a water source, there's plants, like grass is growing, trees are growing, and, like, I don't know, it has, like, some sort of, like, weird system wherein light's getting in somewhere.
Yeah.
Which allows the plants to, like, photosynthesize or, like, something.
There's a cave like that somewhere in Asia. Yeah, my stepmom still hasn't gotten vaccinated because she thinks COVID doesn't exist.
Okay. Yeah, no.
There was a... But yeah, like, talk about... There was a comic, a Samurai Jack comic, talk about, like, the world is flat, right? And it made this good point at the end of it, where, like, people will fight about this shit until we're at, like, the brink, and when we, like, when all is lost, we're still gonna be fighting it as we just, like, fall to our demise. There's not gonna be peace about it, which sucks.
Yeah, boy.
And what makes it even worse, like,
Let's go to bed.
Cool,
That's all I'm gonna say. About this whole scenario. Yeah. Yeah, Barn.
wanna hang out? Are you vaccinated? No. God damn it. Yeah, this guy, I can't kill him because it's the flame attack.
Oh, yeah.
And then he like pushes you away. He pushes you away when you're like close to him, which does no damage, but then that flame attack just like murders you.
Yeah, it's like... I guess there's really no way to like, you know...
You gotta hit him from like behind when he's in the air. There we go.
I was also gonna say too, it's like, it's
curses.
beaten by a mere mortal. Now tell me where Frankenstein has taken Emily.
And then he goes. still hasn't left the town. If you have to use all your power to defeat even the weakest enemies, you will not catch me. Frankenstein! It's not bad. It's just not good neither. It's mediocre.
Kinda in between.
Yeah, it's mediocre. You have acquired the sword. I'm glad the sword is not a... I just realized it's Frankenstein carrying...
Emily.
And that shit straight... The way that animation goes is some shit straight out of fucking Ghosts and Goblins. What the hell? I think I'm done with this in a little bit here. Because I wanted to fight the giant Frankenstein, but like, goddamn, this shit is just not like clicking. Like it clicked at first, and then just kind of like slowly became sad. It's like this is fine of like video game. This is fine. It's not like doing anything productive. What it's doing. Oh, you fucker, I almost had a power up. But yeah, no, like fucking... I've been having a good time, like, drawing shit, listening to his podcast on the left, and fucking, like, you know... I found out I can listen to it on my work computer. They didn't block the website, so...
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, Barn. It's cool. So I just kind of fear, like, somebody stumbling in and, like, listening to it out of context. It's like, you know, because they talk about, like, you know... how L. Ron Hubbard was, like, very racist towards Chinese people.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what happened?
Do you think I show up on time in my streams?
Did you show up to your stream on time, Vapor?
I don't know, that's tonight. It should be right now, but I'm eating dinner, so...
It should be right now.
Tonight is... Yes! What happened to you?
Yeah. Honestly, like, when I streamed, like, Daikatana back when I was still streaming shit, I actually did just pause the stream just to get, like, dinner and whatnot, and then I just came back and I was just, like, you know, doing that.
You were watching Daikatana.
I don't like to eat in the mic, that's why I haven't.
No, I understand
Yeah,
that.
that's, I used to bring, like, food. I used to bring food with me to the stream, but I'm just, like, I couldn't find a way to, like, you know... It seemed to pick up my chewing even when I was, like, far away, because I had a really nice microphone.
Tonight is Doom WOD, and we play the unloved WOD.
I was deemed unlovable.
What was that?
That was fucking Kids Next Door.
Yeah, the weird...
The rainbow monkey forever, and it looked like a...
Yeah, it looked like a dude.
No, but it looked like a nerd, like it looked like a stereotypical, like, nerd, and then, it, like, for some fucking reason, it had a robot inside of it.
It became AI.
My sadness and anger grew. It had the ability to control rainbow monkeys. And then they left it on fucking Saturn. Or like Phobos. Whatever moon of Saturn they left it on.
Phobos is, I think, a moon of
Jupiter.
Mars.
They had to
Oh, no,
develop
yeah, it is Mars.
Because that's...
Doom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doom. That's the only reason I know that.
Yeah. What am I thinking of now?
Once again, my mind immediately goes back to that segment that they had the U.S. scientists had to develop a better rainbow monkey before the Russians did. Once again, another fucking joke about like how the Cold War was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
All the shit. All because we couldn't accept somebody had a different economic system.
How dare you be communist?
Pretty much.
They don't come over here to the West. Okay, but what if it didn't? That's not an option.
You could just report somebody if you didn't like them. Oh yeah, like he had communist thoughts.
This dude's a commie. I don't know, really. The original canceling.
The original canceling.
Do you remember I forget what they were called, the something trials, where they lined up like every celebrity in Hollywood and they're like, you're
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
communists.
the Hugh
Wait.
hearings and shit like that.
Wait, what was this?
There was a,
HUAC.
there was a
The
big
House-
trial.
Yeah.
Oh, I
In
thought this
Hollywood.
was like some LARP shit that you were talking
No,
about.
this is real.
No, what the
This
fuck?
is real, Merrick. This happened in the they
This
lined up
happened in
every.
the 50s and shit, man.
They lined up like every Hollywood actor and actress to see if they were a communist. Like they questioned them in court and shit.
Yeah,
And
the
every
fucking HUAC hearings and whatnot.
and they only found like there was one celebrity that there was like only like 3 or 4 that they found quote unquote guilty. There was one that was like, I don't know, communism seems cool, I guess, and maybe it'll work. I'm not saying it'll work here in America. And they're like, bullshit. And they
Communism is cool, I guess. You just hear like you
Yeah.
just hear the sound of like 20 shotguns
Then-
cocked.
There was, and then there was another one, another actor or actress that was like, I don't know, it seems good. And then there's like, oh, and then there was one that was like, I like communism. And then there was actually just one that was like, you caught me, I'm a Russian spy. It was like, wait, what the fuck? You've been like colluding with Russians or something like that to get info on Hollywood or something.
Because I didn't think, I literally never would have thought that was a thing. Because that
yeah.
sounds like some LARP shit. Like this sounds like some made up stuff that
No, this actually fucking
that
happened.
like no. Because the reason why I say that is because like there is a conservative news LARP site that just makes stuff up. Like they have like real world fan fiction and like they had a whole thing where like Fauci was on trial.
Oh god.
It's so fucking terrible.
Anyway.
So we're fucking losers, man. I tell you what, dude. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like the fucking world has gone to shit. And this is not me being a doomer.
You gotta take the doomerism and somehow make it bloomerism.
Why do you think I go to work and have a good time and like draw pictures and stuff?
Why do you think I don't go to work? Well,
I have
medical issues aside.
I have a good look. It's the game wearing on my mind. I'm tired. I spent most of my time at work, and then I was stuck with my parents in the car for an hour, and we ate dinner at like a ramen place, which is good, but still, I was stuck with my parents, and it's like I like they have to know what I'm ordering at the place for some reason. I can't just figure out what I want and then say it to the person. They're always on
you
top.
can't be like my family, where it's like, what are you ordering? Don't worry about it.
No, they have to be like, I'm ordering this ramen. I try to avoid it. But no, I can't avoid it. I just want to be left alone. Like, all right. And I tried sleeping in the car. It worked for a little bit, but then it didn't work because I woke up and I was like, the food knocked me out. Like two things knocked me out. I had to sneeze real bad. It was stuck in my nose since like I got out of work, and then I was like, I had an okay day at work. Everybody. A good day at work. I drew Big Man. That was cool. And then I'm like, listen to the last podcast, just having a good time, playing a little bit of Star Fox 64, and then I'm having a sneezing fit, and I'm like, oh yeah, baby, let's do this shit. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute, there's one stuck in there. Oh god, it won't come out. And then like, And I left work, and I'm just like very like beat, dude. Just like gone.
Yeah. So, what did we learn tonight?
Communism is based. And the Earth is round.
The Earth is round, communism based.
Was this about Frankenstein?
Yeah, this was about Frankenstein and whatnot.
Well.
It kind of just devolved.
If you want to be,
Welcome to me when I join any call.
if you want to be
Yeah.
about, if you want to really get to the bottom of it, to be honest here, like Frankenstein is a work of art, right? And what does our society try to push away? Art. So creativity and art are thrown down the drain in favor of football and sending people to military training to go shoot other people or something. I don't know.
And the big
What?
psycho.
And to not be prepared for working in the real world. That's not, sitting in your house and just being like, whatever. There's a dichotomy in here somewhere, right?
Yeah, Lord.
The third one I can get behind, but the first two, that was just. Come on now.
What?
Sending people to the army to do a.
Well, that one I kind of get. The football one, I just don't.
It's
Football!
specifically they put it as soon as you say that. Guess who shows up? John Madden.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No. Well. Look, the reason why, because a lot of high schools push the football program rather than anything else. So there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
My high school was one of them.
And I work in a high school, and it's so fucking true. It is so fucking true. The pep rally that I went to is basically about the football people, and everybody else is just kind of like, yeah, you don't make us
that
money.
was every rally
That was
that I
every
had.
pep rally though.
You don't make us money, yeah.
For my high school, it was like, we know you guys suck. Stop trying to act like you don't. half the team quit one year because they sucked so bad.
Alright, guys.
Alrighty.
Alright, so anyway, guys, thank you guys for joining us tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. And remember, as always, be yourselves. Remember, make a look a hi, make a hidey ho. Mo make a chai, make a mo, make a hey. Pickle barrel, kumquat, chimichurri changa. That's the secret word of the day. Alright, guys, catch you all later. Merrick out. See you guys.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.